Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k16 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. It's great to be back here with this week's main event and SmackDown. And we're currently 3 weeks away from the Payback pay-per-view, which is shaping up to be very, very good indeed. And we're going to keep on unraveling some of the matches for Payback in the next coming episodes. But this week here on main event, we have Sasha Banks up against Natalya, one-on-one and singles action there, as Sasha Banks now our #1 contender for the Divas Championship. Perfect Truth in action. They'll be coming up against our WWE Tag Team Champions, the Hall of Destruction, who are looking to continue their momentum heading in towards the pay-per-view. And the Big Show, he's in action against Christian. And of course, Christian meets Braun Strowman one-on-one at Payback. So Christian looking for a bit of a tune-up matchup to get himself prepared for, well, a monster. And that is going to be Braun Strowman. So Sasha Banks versus Natalya. It is Natalya! So there you go, our #1 contender suffering a loss when she did not need it, as did the Tag Team Champions. Perfect Truth with a sneaky little win there in our main event. It is going to be Christian gets a win over the Giant. So Christian preparing himself quite nicely. And speaking of Braun Strowman, he'll be in Bray Wyatt's corner as Bray Wyatt goes one-on-one against former Intercontinental Champion Jack Swagger. Zeb Coulter will be joining Swagger in his corner as well. So IC Champion Bray versus former Champion Jack Swagger. Fandango in action coming up against Neville. And it is going to be the New Day in action against the World Tag Team Champions that are the Dudley Boyz. And speaking of the World Tag Team Champions, the #1 contenders, the Wyatt Family, who will be facing the Dudley Boyz at the pay-per-view, will be coming up against the Inspirational Express. Tag team action between Lesnar and Bryan, who team up to take on Sheamus and Kevin Owens. And what about this one for our main event? We'll talk about this one later in more detail, but it's Randy Orton versus John Cena. Last week was very, very controversial. This week we aim to have a clear-cut winner. So Bray versus Jack Swagger, it is our Intercontinental Champion Bray Wyatt picking up the victory. Fandango versus Neville. It is Neville with the win as well. And Inspirational Express versus the Wyatt Family. It is the Wyatt Family continuing their momentum before their tag team title matchup. Tag team action here against Lesnar and Bryan versus Sheamus and Owens. And it is Kevin Owens and Sheamus getting the win. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, get clapping because here comes the New Day. And they like to say that they rock. Many people believe that they suck. However the way you feel about the New Day, you cannot deny that they have been very, very successful over the past year and now making their way over to SmackDown, looking to repeat the same success that they had last year. Of course, Tag Team Champions over on Monday Night Raw. So the New Day here on SmackDown and have a huge chance here tonight coming up against our World Tag Team Champions, the Dudley Boyz. And of course the Dudley Boyz will be defending their tag team titles coming up against the Wyatt Family at Payback. And what a contest that will be. With the New Day tonight looking for an upset, I suppose, against the Tag Team Champions. Just giving them a friendly reminder about the New Day and that they are indeed in contention for those titles. So here comes the Dudley Boyz, our World Tag Team Champions, of course, returning at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. And they haven't exactly had the most impressive tag team title run, of course, winning the titles at WrestleMania, but they were only able to have one matchup as tag team champions at Extreme Rules. They took 4 weeks off. They were away at Dudleyville. Some believe that perhaps there was an injury among the camp. We don't exactly know. They haven't really disclosed the details because why would you? Why would you want to tell your opponents about a weakness that perhaps could be occurring amongst the two of them? So they decided to keep things quiet, and we don't know the full extent of the details there, but all we do know is that it'll be the New Day versus the Dudley Boyz here tonight. So this one is underway. It'll be Big E and Bubba Ray in the matchup. The two big men among the two teams. And it's going to be Big E picking up Bubba Ray and slamming him down to kick the match off. So an impressive start here from the New Day. Perhaps try to teach the Dudley Boyz a little thing or two about being tag team champions and how to go about it. The New Day very successful, as we alluded to earlier on. So the New Day looking to get themselves back on top of things here on SmackDown now. So a big opportunity for them tonight. They beat the Dudley Boyz. Perhaps they'll throw their name into the mix heading in towards our pay-per-view after Payback, of course. But it'll be the Wyatt Family versus the Dudley Boyz. That is a confirmed matchup announced earlier on this week on the website. and it'll be the Wyatt family. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan will be the two allocated members of that one, coming up against the Dudley Boyz for those World Tag Team titles. So it's really going to be a huge night for the Wyatts. It'll be Braun Strowman making his in-ring debut against Christian, and the Dudley Boyz versus the Wyatt family for the tag team titles. I think Bray Wyatt at this stage, he'll be having the night off. He'll just be doing managerial duties, but nonetheless, Bray will be a very, very happy man that his family is finally getting on track. But they have to get through the Dudley Boyz and, of course, Christian as well to make sure that that comes into fruition. And tonight, the Dudley Boyz are looking to pick up a win here against the New Day. Just kind of get themselves prepared, I suppose, for the Wyatt family. They've been very good. Don't get me wrong, the Dudley Boyz have had a tough couple of challenges against the Usos, who have been voted one of the top teams here. Now, of course, Slammy Award voting. Just an update on that as well. That is almost done, guys. That'll be very, very, very soon. That'll be coming sometime this week. Yes, so the Usos have been one of the best teams throughout Universe Mode history, and the Dudley Boyz have been able to pick up not one, but 2 victories against that team. So the Dudley Boyz have been very, very impressive since returning here to SmackDown in February. But they haven't exactly beaten all the teams here on the roster yet. They've still got a little bit more to prove, and the New Day are one of those teams they have to beat, as the Wyatt family. Now, the Wyatt family and the Dudley Boyz have had some history, and it has been the Dudley Boyz picking up the wins, but you just get the feeling now that Braun Strowman is in the mix. The Dudley Boyz could be a little bit vulnerable. As we've seen in the last few weeks, it's been very spontaneous. Some of their attacks, they're just attacking really out of nowhere. It's, you know, you never know what to predict from the Wyatt family at the moment, and that's what makes them scary. Very, very scary indeed for the Dudley Boyz, as Kofi Kingston right now in there with Bubba Ray. Bubba Ray tosses Kofi Kingston up and down. So Bubba Ray looking to keep the momentum going here for the Dudley Boyz with that knee drop as well, connecting nicely, because Xavier Woods ringside for this one as well. He'll probably play some kind of part in this matchup, as he generally does, as it's Kofi Kingston slamming down Bubba Ray now. So a big move there by Kofi Kingston, and Bubba Ray will make sure that Kingston cannot capitalize. So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a quick break right here on SmackDown, and we will be back, well, right after this, as Kingston knee right into Devon. On the next episode of Monday Night Raw, Dolph Ziggler competes in the final challenge against Rusev. If Dolph Ziggler can defeat Rusev, he will finally earn the WWE Championship matchup of his dreams. But if not, Rusev will earn himself a shot at Dolph Ziggler's US Championship. Who will win? It's Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev, and it takes place next episode. And we are back here on SmackDown. That's right, next episode of Universe Mode is going to be a huge one. If you're a fan of Dolph Ziggler, it's really all or nothing for him. An opportunity to get himself his title shot, which he's arguably deserved a number of times now, or he will have to defend the current championship around his waist. Of course, he is the longest reigning champion in Universe Mode history for one championship reign, as it is Devon with a boot right to Kingston into the skull. And Devon and Kingston have been continuing throughout the commercial break, I suppose, and now it's Devon looking to continue the assault by having the legs wrapped around Kingston's body right now, but Kingston looks as though he'll get back to his feet quite comfortably, though, and evades the tricky predicament. Big E now inserted into this matchup. So, as well as that, Xavier Woods was ejected from this matchup during the break. So, we've seen the Dudley Boyz having a few close opportunities through the break, but Xavier Woods got himself involved, and the referee had enough, as Big E kicks Devon away. Big E off the top and takes down Devon successfully, launching himself at Devon, and that is not a great thing to be seeing if you are Devon, a 290-pound Big E launching himself at you. And Devon has paid the price. Now Kingston. Well, let's keep the high-flying moves to Kingston, shall we? As he does come in now, we'll see what Kofi can do to Devon, as Kofi will send Devon straight into the corner, but it's a counter there by Devon with the elbow shot now. It's Kofi Kingston going to put an end to that one, as the knee right into Devon's body. I thought he was going to go for a tag. Instead, he's going to look towards flying over the top rope. And here we go. He's going to go up the top rope now. Kingston decided against it. Maybe he'll leave the big high-flying moves to his tag team partner, Big E. Certainly worked pretty well for him, as Kingston, a big stop, and I think that's busting him open. I don't know if he kicked him right in the nose, but looks as though it's coming out of the forehead. So Devon's been busted. Kingston off the top with a leg drop. And that might be it. The New Day are going to upset our tag team champions. The New Day, are they going to get it done? Kofi Kingston very, very close. Devon now whipped into the corner. He's in a world of trouble. Kingston again, flying with a tornado DDT. And that may just be enough to put Devon away. But it's Devon sweeping Kingston off his feet. He has to get a tag desperately. He will. In comes Bubba Ray. Now this will change the course of this matchup dramatically. Kingston and Bubba Ray kicking each other, trying to fend off one another. And now Bubba Ray in some trouble in the corner. Here comes Big E. And this is a big chance now for the New Day to capitalize on a double axe handle right on the arm of Bubba Ray. And so the Dudley Boyz, the World Tag Team Champions, they're in a lot of trouble right now. The New Day might be pulling off a bit of an upset here. Just weeks away from Payback. Bubba Ray kicks off. Big E, I thought he was going to fly. We would have seen it all if he did. And slamming down, takes down Big E. That might be enough to put him away. Instead, he's going to line him up for something a little bit bigger perhaps. Big E, look out, he's in trouble. Bubba Ray has him up. And here we go. Big E taken down again. Big E in real trouble. And the Dudley Boyz may just escape with the win here. The cover. Kingston's a bit slow getting in the ring, and that will cost him as Bubba Ray picks up the pieces, and the Dudley Boyz survive for one more night here on Thursday Night SmackDown. That was a close matchup. I tell you what, I thought for a second the New Day were going to get it done when Devon was in the ring, but that tag made to Bubba Ray changed the course of this matchup dramatically and saved the day for the Dudley Boyz. It will not be a new day tonight for the New Day. It'll be a visit to Dudleyville. So the Dudley Boyz picking up another victory, and boy did they need it. The Wyatt family are red hot right now, and they are gunning for those tag team titles. I don't know. I mean, I tell you what, the Wyatt family, they're getting stronger and stronger every single week. They're going to have to fight for their life to keep those titles around their waist if they are the Dudley Boyz. If you're a fan of the Dudley Boyz, I would be worried, because I think at Payback, well, the Wyatt family may finally get their payback after a few losses against the Dudley Boyz in the past. They may finally get their payback, and it'll be very, very sweet indeed if they do at Payback. So, Payback, it'll be the Dudley Boyz versus the Wyatt family, and what a contest that will be. And a big victory here tonight for the Dudley Boyz over the New Day. They celebrate, very, very pleased with themselves, and they should be. Oh, well, hold on a second. Oh no, here they are again! We had a feeling they would show up! And here are the Wyatt family! A DDT there to Devon! And now, Bubba Ray, suplexed as well by Harper! They've appeared, they've taken out the Dudley Boyz, and now, Rowan! Oh my god, a full Nelson slam! And a discus clothesline! The Wyatt family taking out the Dudley Boyz just weeks away from their title defense. Well, things are not good for the Wyatt family, but things have been pretty good for Randy Orton. Last week picking up a very, very good win, but some say Randy Orton didn't deserve to win. So we'll go check out what exactly happened last week. It was a triple threat matchup between John Cena, Daniel Bryan, and Randy Orton. So it was Randy Orton thinking about probably trying to take out Daniel Bryan there, hits the suplex, and John Cena had the same idea. He was looking to pin and hit perhaps the attitude adjustment on Daniel Bryan, but it was Randy Orton going for the RKO, beating Cena to the punch. But here you go, Bryan's shoulders are down, Cena's on top of Bryan, Randy Orton goes for the pin on Cena, who arguably his shoulders weren't down on the mat, they were down on the body of Daniel Bryan. Many say that John Cena, in fact, won the match. The referee awarded the win to Randy Orton. Did he get it wrong? We don't know. But I suppose right now, all we know is that it'll be Randy Orton versus John Cena tonight to determine the true, indeed, winner. Who actually won? Who is the better man? We're about to find out here tonight. So John Cena was RKO, remember. And Randy Well, he had Cena down for 3 count. Was his shoulders on the mat? Well, no, they were on the body of Daniel Bryan, and perhaps his shoulder was even sliding off the body of Daniel Bryan. So I think the referee perhaps made a big mistake. And yes, John Cena was laying on top of Daniel Bryan as well. But in the end, the referee awarded the win to Randy Orton. He gave the benefit of the doubt to Randy Orton. So John Cena, he feels a little bit robbed. He feels as though, hey, last week I got the win. I should be heading towards a title shot against Kevin Owens, because this is what it's all about. The winner is not the actual #1 contender, but the winner is right up there. And I can tell you right now, the winner of this matchup here tonight will face Sheamus next week on SmackDown for the #1 contendership position. And the winner of that one will face Kevin Owens at Payback. So the winner of this one will versus Sheamus, Randy Orton, or John Cena versus Sheamus next week to face Kevin Owens at Payback. We're about to get this one underway, and here we go, folks. John Cena versus Randy Orton. I believe this might be the first encounter one-on-one between these two in Universe Mode history. Could be wrong, but I cannot remember another one off the top of my head. So it's interesting to see how these two fare. Obviously had their battles and not in Universe Mode, but it's good to see these guys finally go at it here tonight in Universe Mode. So it's Randy Orton, John Cena. John Cena, 3-time world champion. Randy Orton, a world champion himself. So they've both had a very, very successful couple of years throughout Universe Mode, but now both looking to get themselves back to the top of the mountain, and that's the youngster Kevin Owens, who has taken the spot from both Randy Orton and John Cena, and both men begging to get back there. John Cena now has a hold of Randy Orton, going to look for a suplex. He'll connect. So good start here by John Cena, who I personally believe Randy Orton did get the win, because it wasn't really John Cena actively going for the pinfall. I suppose you could argue that John Cena was inadvertently going for a 3 count. He wasn't actively seeking the win, and that Randy Orton was indeed. So, I mean, in the end, I suppose you could argue that Randy Orton was laying on top of Cena, who was laying on top of Daniel Bryan. So you could argue that Randy Orton was trying to pin Cena and Daniel Bryan. It's a confusing situation. That's why this one had to be settled in a one-on-one contest. Last week's was just crazy. I've never seen it before, and it's very, very confusing. We don't really know a natural winner. Who indeed deserves to win, I don't know. So here it's John Cena taking on Randy Orton. He had the headlock applied there. Randy Orton going to shrug off Cena now, has that arm and takes it down. And now here we go, Orton launching Cena against the ropes. Here comes Orton with a clothesline. So Randy Orton wants to just remind everyone how good he is. You know, he had a very long title reign last year. Of course, last WrestleMania last year, he won the main event. He beat the Beast Brock Lesnar, winning the WWE Championship, holding it up until SummerSlam. So Randy Orton, he had a very successful year last year, one of the top candidates to win Raw Superstar of the Year, but now he's here on SmackDown. It's a fresh start for him, and Randy Orton, I just believe, has undertaken this new kind of attitude, and he's really going to do whatever it takes. And it's now John Cena. So you saw Randy Orton, you know, he could have, you know, let John Cena go for the AA, but instead, you know what, he said, screw it, I'm going to hit the RKO and Cena. Not wasting any time, and John Cena's not wasting any time himself with a snap DDT. He takes down Randy Orton, can count it 2, and Orton will kick out. So it's an incredible situation that we're in right now, but the winner of this one faces Sheamus next week for an opportunity at Kevin Owens at Payback. And of course, Sheamus and Owens teaming up earlier on the show, and very successful as well. So we'll see how that one kind of fares. And Randy Orton and John Cena, one of these two men, would love an opportunity at Kevin Owens to try and win back that title. And now it's Orton in some trouble. Cena with a boot right to Randy Orton on the nose region and the forehead. Now with the cover himself, hook of the leg, trying to win this match up in advance next week to take on Sheamus. Not just quite yet for John Cena though. Both men back to their feet. And Orton will just take down Cena and now apply that side headlock. So Sheamus himself, he's been pretty impressive. A victory over Brock Lesnar himself. So Sheamus will certainly be a very, very tough customer to compete with. And of course, Sheamus did pick up a victory over Daniel Bryan as well at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So Sheamus has been on a bit of a roll himself. So Sheamus himself could prove to be too much to handle next week for one of these two men, so we could be even wasting our time. Sheamus may be the next #1 contender for Kevin Owens, which will certainly put those two in an interesting predicament, obviously teaming up successfully early tonight, as I mentioned a moment ago. So we'll see how those two kind of, you know, go against each other, perhaps, if Sheamus can pick up the victory. So the next couple of episodes of Universe Mode will be huge. Of course, we mentioned earlier on the situation between Ziggler and Rusev. Will Ziggler be inserted into that WWE Championship matchup at Payback? We'll find out in the next episode of Raw, and obviously big match set for next week's SmackDown. So make sure you are subscribed and continue to like the video so you do not miss any of the action, as it's now Randy Orton. Here we go. This is generally what Randy Orton does, leading towards one of his patented vintage maneuvers, and one of his big moves to put his opponents away, stomping away on John Cena right now, and now hooks the leg, looking to put Cena away. Not yet though. Cena kicks out at 2 comfortably. And Randy Orton, just perhaps a little bit of frustration creeping in. Perhaps wondering himself, what more does he have to do? How can he put John Cena away? Just kind of testing the waters a little bit here. Trying some different maneuvers, seeing what's working, what's not. And at the moment, nothing's really working. But what about this from Cena? He's caught Randy Orton, and a attitude adjustment. The AA! Cena hooks the leg. Cena will face Sheamus next week. No, he won't. Randy Orton has found a way to get the shoulder up. How the hell did Orton pull that off? I have no idea, but he stays alive in the match. Just a count of 2. And that's what Randy Orton's all about. He's a tough competitor. So difficult to beat, and Cena has just found that out. A flying AA, well, Randy Orton flying in the air, Cena catching him, hits the AA, still not enough to put Orton away. As now Orton looks to kind of regroup, reassess, and recover here, trying to get himself back in the match. Cena against the ropes now, and now Cena with a Luther Express. Randy Orton was perhaps looking for something like that of his own, but Cena instead beats him to the punch. And now, Cena again looking to capitalize on Randy Orton's mistake, but unable to do so as he's taken down by a leg sweep there by the Viper. Randy Orton, what's he thinking about doing now? He's got Cena against the rope on the right-hand side of the ring. We generally see him lead that to perhaps a DDT. Not this time, though. Wait a minute, we might be looking at a DDT. Not inside the ring. How about to the apron? Head first. Cena. That is absolutely brutal. And I don't think Cena knows where he is right now. And Cena again, head bouncing off the apron. So Orton trying to wear down that skull and perhaps force a concussion and try and make sure that Cena doesn't know where the hell he is. Heading in towards that RKO to try and put John Cena away. And a count of 4 now by the referee. Cena with a right hand to Orton. And Orton will be... No, I thought he was going to get forced back in the ring. Cena makes sure that Randy Orton does not get back in. Cena wants him to get back in though. Count of 7 now. Randy Orton has to get back in there. He's back to his feet and he realizes the count and he scurries his way back into the ring. And Cena's ready for it though. Side headlock now. An opportunity here for a bit of a breather for these two men who've been taking and inflicting some top-notch damage in the past few moments of this matchup. And Randy Orton though, he's going to make sure that he can get back to his feet and not make sure that headlock does any further damage. Orton now picks up Cena, but Cena counters. Make sure that does not come off. So both, man, they know each other so well, they're countering everything that they're throwing at one another. Side headlock now by Orton. Randy Orton trying to wear down the skull region of Cena a little bit further, working his way on that chin region as well and around the throat. Orton making sure that when that RKO strikes, that it will be enough to keep the 3-time world champion down. Right hand there by Cena. Here we go, Cena. Snap suplex. Perfectly executed there by John Cena. Randy Orton's had enough. Back to his feet. Clothesline. And here we go, Orton. He's heating up now. Power slam. Randy Orton is ready to go. Cena's in some trouble now. Orton looking for the DDT. We thought he was going to go for it earlier on, but this time, Randy Orton with the DDT. Using the ropes for extra leverage. And head first down goes Cena. And this may be enough with the damage dealt earlier on. Cena in real trouble. Oh, kicks out at 2.5. I just thought with all that damage that Orton's been doing to the head of Cena earlier on with those DDTs like the one on the apron, that could have been enough to put Cena away. And oh, Cena launches Orton over the top rope. Make sure that Randy does not deliver a second DDT out there. And Cena just trying to throw some bombs there, but he's having a bit of an air swing. And Randy will have Cena thrown back into the ring. Orton will follow quickly. And Orton has to make sure he can put Cena away here. You know, the longer this match goes, you just get the feeling Cena will benefit from it. And hang on, Orton in real trouble now. Cena wants the AA. Is he going to go for it? He is! AA, no! Orton with the counter. The elbow shot to the skull of Cena, and now it's unorthodox, and it's the inverted neck breaker there by Randy Orton. Going to put Cena away, is he? No, not yet. A count of 2. Hook the leg as well. And Orton, what more does he have to do? What more can he throw at Cena? We've yet to see that RKO come out. Is that going to be the missing piece of the puzzle? He's going to go for another DDT, perhaps. Cena in trouble. Connects. And now Orton. He must be feeling it. He must be confident in himself. A couple of DDTs. Cena must be close to not being able to kick out at 2 here. And Cena does kick out again. Randy, what can he do? Has he got anything left in the tank to put Cena away here? An opportunity at Sheamus is on the line. An opportunity to be the next world champion is up for grabs. Cena and Orton, they just have to take it. Cena with a neck breaker. Now Orton in real trouble. Cena, he wants the AA. Is he going to go against it? Instead, here we go. Cena with a shoulder box. Coming after Orton again. Here we go. Takes down Orton, and this generally leads to that 5-knuckle shuffle. Cena's going to go for it. Oh, Orton with a counter. A kick to the head of Cena with a nice counter there by Randy Orton. And now Cena taken down. We know that Orton knows every trick of the trade when it comes to Cena. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. That punt kick. Oh my God, the punt kick there. Oh, John Cena, we haven't seen that for a while. And it's busted him right open. Randy Orton to win the matchup. For sure. No, Cena kicked out. How the hell did Cena kick out of that? The punt kick delivered perfectly, busting him open. And now, the RKO. And Orton slithers his way to John Cena, hooks both legs, and Cena has kicked out again. You've got to be kidding me. How the hell is he doing this? What the hell is this man made of? The punt kick, the RKO, and Cena kicks out of both in quick succession. And now Cena, DDT, busts Randy Orton open. What a matchup between these two. They're throwing everything at each other. And they just keep on kicking out. Can Orton kick out of the DDT? Yes, he can. How much more has Cena got? How much more has Orton got? Orton's thrown his best 2 shots at Cena, and it has not been enough. Cena now. He tried to get himself the upper hand on Orton. Unable to do so. Orton still fighting. Sends Cena into the corner. And now Cena's going to be on that second rope. And Randy Orton, whoa, we're going to see that neck breaker again. And wait, more of a back breaker this time. The inverted back breaker there to John Cena. Randy Orton looking good now. But Cena halts the momentum of Orton just like that. And now hooks the leg. Is this going to be enough to put Cena, to get Cena the victory and put Orton away? And it's not. How much more can these two do to one another? This match surely has to end soon. Orton tried to go after Cena, but Cena counters with the right hand. Orton counters with a DDT. We've seen a number of those DDTs, and now this is what Randy wants. The DDT heading in towards the RKO. Surely now, the second RKO. Randy Orton finally gets the win. Randy Orton has done it, and Orton will meet Sheamus next week for an opportunity at Kevin Owens at Payback. What a match between these two. Cena just would not go down. The opportunity to become the next world champion meant so much for John Cena, but he just could not overcome the Viper here tonight. What a matchup and what a performance by both men, but it was Randy Orton finally settling the difference between the two. We now know who is the better man. After last week's controversy, this week Randy Orton proving that RKO is just too deadly for Cena 2 weeks in a row. Randy Orton picks up the win here tonight, and he will face Sheamus next week in a blockbuster matchup. Cannot wait for that one. And an opportunity at Kevin Owens is on the line, and Kevin Owens, get ready. The RKO is ready to strike. Orton hits it, and Cena, he just had nothing left. And why should he? He's been through a war, and he almost survived. But it's Randy Orton getting the win. Blood drizzling down the head, but still enough to pick up the win here tonight. Randy Orton the winner. And wait a second, hold on. That's Kevin Owens, our world champion. Well, perhaps he's coming out to give Randy Orton a bit of a congratulations in person. Kevin Owens here tonight, coming out to meet his new potential #1 contender face to face. Well, what is going to happen here? Kevin Owens dropping the title. Here we go. Kevin Owens and Orton, and we're about to see it a bit early. Kevin Owens a little hesitant, eyeing off his opponent. Just pacing back and forward. Is he thinking about going in the ring? Oh, here we go. He's coming. He's on the apron now. And Randy Orton, he wants Owens. Get in the ring. He wants him to come in. Will Kevin do it? No, he's not going to. Kevin Owens backs away, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's going to be it. Owens, he's just sending a message to Randy Orton, just a few weeks away from Payback. Ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy this episode of Universal Mode, make sure you do leave a like. It'd be great if we can hit 5 likes on this episode. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you do subscribe to see more Universe Mode episodes coming up from me. We're also bringing back GM Mode, NBA, and SmackDown vs. Raw this week. Stay tuned for that. Randy now has the title. Big Show climbing up the ladder. What the? Big Show! What the? He teleported! What the hell? Big Show, he didn't even climb the ladder. Look at this! He didn't even climb the ladder! Big Show teleported. What the hell is going on?